Hello, I'm Ali Langdon. Welcome to A Current Affair. Roxy Tickle was born a man, but now identifies as a woman. But when Roxy joined the female-only app, Giggle for Girls, she got barred. It raised the question, what's it mean to be female? That was answered by the federal court today.
Roxy Tickle, how are you? How are you feeling today?
A little focused.
Tickle versus Giggle.
Sal Grover, good morning. How are you feeling ahead of today's decision?
Good.
Today's ruling in the landmark case between transgender woman Roxy Tickle and Giggle for Girls app owner Sal Grover means we now live in a different Australia, according to Sex Discrimination Commissioner Anna Cody.
So what the judge found is that there's 30 years of legal precedent, legal cases which have found that woman includes trans women.
And Women's Forum Australia CEO Rachel Wong.
In practical terms, any man who feels like a woman, says he's a woman, identifies as a woman, can access female-only spaces like bathrooms, changing rooms.
Till now, the argument, what is a woman, has been stuck in a social grey area. But today, a federal court judge put it in black and white. His Honour found Tickle had been indirectly discriminated against when Tickle was kicked off Grover's Women's Only Help app.
I brought my case to show trans people that you can be brave and that you can stand up for yourself.
The app's AI gender recognition software, designed to sift through members' uploaded selfie pics and screen out men, allowed Tickle in, but Grover kicked her out. The transgender woman claimed she was legally entitled to use services meant for women, so she was discriminated against based on her gender identity.
But a small group of people have taken it upon themselves to declare that I am not who I know I am, and they've set about making my life miserable.
It's the first time alleged gender identity discrimination has been heard by our federal court, and the world was watching. Famous author J.K. Rowling and tennis great Martina Navratilova backing Grover in the 2.5-year acrimonious ideological debate, trans inclusion versus sex-based rights.
I know that I can now get on with the rest of my life, have coffee down the road with my friends, play hockey with my hockey team, and now put all of this horribleness behind me. Thank you.
Roxy, what was your feeling?
She's not going to be taking any more comments.
While Roxy Tickle didn't take questions, Sal Grover did in this exclusive sit-down with A Current Affair.
Sal Grover, you've just been found guilty of indirect discrimination against a woman. How do you feel?
I will say, in my view, I've not been found guilty of indirect discrimination against a woman, because the whole crux of the case was that I don't acknowledge that this male person, adult human male, is a woman.
Law changes made a decade ago made this decision possible today. So are you saying there is something wrong with the current law?
Without a doubt. Like, if any man claiming to be a woman was actually a woman, their rights would have actually existed under the Sex Discrimination Act how it was before the amendments. It had to be amended so that men could be included as women into it.
Why did the app kick Roxy Tickle out in the first place?
I, at some point, would have seen a picture of a male and gone, that's a male. That's all.
And here we are today.
And here we are today.
Tickle sued for direct and indirect discrimination, seeking $200,000 in damages. The judge only favoured indirect discrimination and ordered Grover to pay Tickle $10,000 plus costs.
What's this cost you?
By the end, we will have spent potentially around $1.2 million establishing that men are not women. And it just feels like decades/a century of women's rights just goes out the window. You go, okay, we've got the right to vote, fantastic. Who on earth would I vote for right now if they're not even going to say what a woman is?
Roxy Tickle says she's the victim in all of this.
I mean, he is entitled to whatever opinion he wants to have, and I think in a civilized society I am entitled to disagree with him. And sometimes I go, it's just an app. Like, there are lots of apps out there that I would not be welcome on. Like, I'm not a gay man, for example, so gay male dating apps are not for me. That's fine.
And I'll pull you up there because you keep referencing to Roxy Tickle as he, yet a judge has found today that Roxy Tickle is a woman.
Yeah, I mean, law is supposed to reflect reality, and in reality, this person is a male. So, I mean, you can make a court believe something, I suppose, but you're not going to make me believe it. So to be punished for acknowledging biological sex, I think puts all Australians at risk of being punished for having human instincts.
The judge has given you an option to walk away from this, for 10 grand plus a cap on certain costs. Will you walk away?
It has always been my intention to appeal to the highest place that I can, which in Australia would be the High Court. Always, since day one. I've said I will go as far as I need to. I have a daughter. She's 2. I cannot send her out into the world where she has no rights. There is a next generation of little girls that we have to protect and make sure we hand them a world that the women before us gave us.
Sally Grover, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Well, there you go. It's a debate many have strong opinions on. And Roxy, the offer still stands for you to have your say on our show.